You can't go a week in sprint car racing without talking or hearing about tires in one form or another in the pit area. So, considering all of the chatter, Hoosier has recently set up some tire tests, which we will discuss in depth on today's edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9. There have been many complaints from competitors over the last few years in regard to tires. The grumbling is centered around the on track product, but has also included some safety issues. It's led to calls from teams for Hoosier to make a change or another manufacturer to come into the sport. But Hoosier Tire seems to be listening. They set up some tire tests recently in which drivers could try a couple of different constructions to address some of the concerns and put out a safer and better product on the track. According to the teams I talked to, some of the issues with the current tire are the sidewalls folding under and, of course, the on-track product. My sources have indicated to me that the new tires have stiffer sidewalls and they make the right rear stand up more. There's also been talk of a softer compound, with many people comparing the new tires to the old H tires. The change to a softer compound would be interesting. Talking to drivers across the sport, the current tire allows for a more aggressive driving style throughout the duration of a main event. If you bring in something that's a little softer, tire management could come into play. In other words, it could give up later in the race, and guys who manage their stuff better could come on late. Say someone like Donnie Schatz. Plus, I'm hearing drivers could be more maneuverable in traffic. Regardless, it's good to see Hoosier Tire trying some different things in an effort to make things better for teams from a safety and on-track product standpoint. On yesterday's Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9, I mentioned that the Williams Grove National Open could move to the second weekend in October, but that it was still a fluid situation. Turns out, the Williams Grove National Open has moved back to the first weekend in October, which should help the Central Pennsylvania schedule the rest of the month. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9, and we'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned.